Can you believe how competitive the apartment industry has gotten? Can you believe how difficult it is for leasing consultants today, right now? I'm not even talking about 2 years ago. The world is a totally different place today. Our prospects are more educated than ever before. Our prospects have more choices than ever before. Our prospects' expectations of what we're going to deliver them in terms of the perfect unit on the perfect property with the perfect customer experience is higher than it's ever been before. Today I want to talk about a question when the competitor comes up that most likely is the most powerful question that you can ask your prospect, and also most likely you're probably not asking it. You may have never asked it before. If you're struggling to get leases, it's most likely not your location, it's not your amenities, and it's not your price. It's your sales training. If you've been made to sit through a boring class or unrealistic online training, and you're not getting the skills that you need to work with renters, to help you handle their objections, and to make sure you close the lease and rent the apartment, well, that ends today with Leasing University. Our simple, fun, and exciting step-by-step online training and live events will give you the skills and confidence that you need to lease 7 times more apartments. Earn your certified leasing consultant credential in less than 30 days with Leasing University. Simply click on the link to get started and head over to leasinguniversity.com now to start your training. Hey everybody, I'm Matt Easton, the founder of Leasing University, your friend in leasing and life. And I encourage you, if you are in leasing, if you're in property management, if you're in multifamily, please consider, there he goes, hey, who's that handsome guy? Consider subscribing to the channel. It's loaded with useful tips that are gonna help you get leases. We're gonna help you accomplish your goals. But let's talk today about that one question that's probably more powerful than any other that you're not asking when a prospect is saying, yeah, the place down the street. Well, the place down the street, you know, not only do they have a dog park, but it's actually a dog amusement park. It's got a roller coaster. The dogs get a wristband, and I heard my dog actually gets a fast pass, so my dog can skip the lines to the ride. The place down the street, you know, they're actually doing $900 less rent. I think they actually give me $900. And they take me to work in a helicopter. You call this a bedroom? The place down the street has a 111,000 square foot bedroom with a masseuse. I believe his name was Javier. Guy looked great. His hands were massive. I can't imagine what it's like to get that massage every day I come home. This happens to us all the time. And what do? Especially the folks that have not been through the Leasing University training system, that have not attended one of the live training events or are not doing the online training platform. What do? We freak out, all right? And be honest, I know you're freaking out. If you're not freaking out externally, if you're cool as a cucumber on the outside, I still know you're freaking out on the inside. We don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear about the place down the street. We don't want to hear how much better the place down the street is. So what do we end up doing? One of the things that we end up doing when we freak out is we start asking them all kinds of questions. Well, are you sure the bedroom is that big? Dog amusement park? That sounds ridiculous. And I'm going to guarantee you that there is no free massages. And we get into this argument with the prospect. It doesn't work. Listen, there's one question. When they start rattling off, the place down the street. The place down the street has this. The place down the street has that. You're way more expensive than the place down the street. The one question you need to ask them is, I'm just curious, why haven't you signed a lease there? What? But by asking that question, aren't I encouraging them to sign a lease? Today's renter is more educated than ever before. They've already been there. They've probably already toured it through Google Earth 11 times from the comfort of their couch. They know everything there is to know about your property and the competitor's property. They're talking to you for a reason. Now, let's say on the off chance you were just that box number B that they just wanted to check, and they were already convinced that they want to live at the dog amusement park with Javier the masseuse. Great! Let's let them live there, okay? 2 good things happen. 1, I don't need to waste any more of my time. Number 2, We just leased another unit over at Doggy Disneyland, and they're gonna be 99, 98, 100% occupied pretty quick. So guess what? That's gonna stop being a problem for us as soon as they get leased up. Calmly, hey, I wanna ask you a question. Why haven't you signed a lease there? Maybe 8% of the time, they're gonna say, oh, well, I'm going over there right now, I'm gonna sign the lease. Fantastic. If it doesn't turn out the way that you thought it would, if it turns out that they don't have a unit or the numbers were off or anything at all about that property was off, please come back and see me. We would love to have you living in our community. When you ask them, why haven't you signed a lease there? Most likely, 90+% of the time, their answer is going to be because of two things. One, they don't have a unit available right now. And they're gonna say, oh, well, they don't have anything available until September. Oh, yeah. This home's available right now. That's all you need to say. They're not gonna go live behind Walmart or in a van down by the river if it means waiting 3, 4, 5, 6 months for Doggy Disneyland to come available. The other reason why they may not have signed a lease there is they're making up. Oh, imagine that. They're making up the stuff they're telling you about the competitor property. So when you ask them, why haven't you signed a lease there, 90+% chance, they're either gonna immediately tell you, oh, well, they're not available. Or they're gonna tell you, there's a couple things I don't like about the property. That's code for, I was lying about the property, I was lying about their availability, I was lying about their price, I didn't mention the fact that they're a 3-hour drive away. They're not even in the same state. In fact, it's actually, I was referencing a property in Billings, Montana, but I left that out. 90+%, it's gonna be one of those two things, and you can calmly pivot and go into your Leasing University closing system and start closing them and shutting them down and making that lease yours. So the next time somebody starts talking about the competition, remember that question. Hey, I'm curious, why haven't you signed a lease there? I'm Matt Easton, your friend in Leasing in Life. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. We'd love to have you as part of the community. Please consider subscribing. Comment below with any questions, or if you've got some topics that you want me to cover on the channel, I'm happy to do so. Just comment below. And until next time, be great and get those leases. 500 of the top property management companies work with Leasing University. We conduct 100 live apartment leasing training events per year. We help our clients sign over 100,000 additional leases per year, adding $2 billion to their revenue. Leasing consultants that have access to Leasing University lease 7 times more apartments than the rest of the industry. Leasing University is new. Leasing University is game-changing, and Leasing University will get you 7 times more leases. Listen, the apartment industry has changed. The way people rent apartments today is totally different than it was yesterday. Today's renter has more access to information, and they've got more choices in apartments than they've ever had before. If you're struggling to get leases, it's most likely not your location, it's not your amenities, and it's not your price. It's your sales training. If you've been made to sit through a boring class or unrealistic online training, and you're not getting the skills that you need to work with renters, to help you handle their objections, and to make sure you close the lease and rent the apartment, well, that ends today with Leasing University. Our simple, fun, and exciting step-by-step online training and live events will give you the skills and confidence that you need to lease 7 times more apartments. Earn your certified leasing consultant credential in less than 30 days with Leasing University. Simply click on the link to get started and head over to leasinguniversity.com now to start your training.